With the season winding down on the most prestigious redfish circuit in the country, the IFA heads to Georgetown, South Carolina for the final qualifying stop in the Atlantic Division. Then, we're off to Venice, Louisiana for a preview of the 2019 IFA Redfish Tour Championship. We'll also tip our hats to our friends at Power Pole as they celebrate 20 years in the industry. This is the IFA Redfish Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, and the action starts right now.
Here at Georgetown, South Carolina, just a great event venue. Got a great boat ramp here. The guys just roll out the red carpet. Sel Hemingway, their whole crew here in the town just makes us feel welcome every time we come here. You know, the guys usually have 60 to 70 boats at this tournament. Usually anywhere from 9 to 12 pounds will win this tournament. So it's a low weight tournament, so everybody feels like they got a shot at winning this one.
It's late July on the lower Atlantic coast, and that means it's hot, really hot.
Fish is tough in this heat, to be honest with you. I think if you can get a couple good fish early before it gets too hot, you'll be in good shape.
Just finding the right size. We caught some big ones, but like I said, the smaller slot here, so that's been a struggle.
Hi, you know, pre-fishing's all about eliminating water, right? So we definitely did that today. We eliminated where the toadfish are, where the bull reds are, and where the flounder are. So now all we got left is where the slot reds are. So we'll hit that tomorrow.
Getting right into tournament coverage, we'll pick things up with Tony Gaskin and Dan Connolly as they prepare for launch.
Well, let's do a combo on this one. I want a nav screen. Yeah, I want a full screen over there to run by. Okay. Navigation day is going to be important because we're going on a track that we've pre-fished in, and it's going to be a new track for us, so we need to know what the contours are of where we're going in to try to get in an inlet. So we need to know how deep the water is and what the condition and what the route should be. Relying heavily on this Garmin 942. We got 2 units here, so all the information we need to pull this trip off this morning is right in front of us.
Checking the numbers, we've got 60 teams registered for this event, and they're fishing for a piece of the $43,000 purse, including a Ranger RB 190 powered by a 90 horsepower Mercury for first. And as always, there's additional money available in sponsor contingency and angler advantage payouts. Hit us up at ifatours.com for all the details. Okay, back on Tony Gaskin and Dan Connolly. They've cleared the river and made their way out to open water.
We've made a run, and we've made it to the cut we want to get in, and the tide's so low with the breakers, it's hard to see the cut, so we may have to hang outside and just wait until we get enough water where we can see the cut. We don't want to get up there hung in the breakers because that's a dangerous situation to be in, so it kind of looks to me like it's right there. We want to stay out of the breakers as much as possible.
With the tide rising, Dan and Tony decide to wait it out. If they can make it back there, they'll be the only ones on those fish.
Our cut's a little low right now, dead low tide, not enough water for us to ride through. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna fish a little bit of structure out, just barely in the ocean. Give it a little time for the water to come up, and we're gonna come back and check it out, see if we can't sneak in.
That was sketchy just then.
Oh yeah.
That's a little more than I was looking for as far as trying to get in.
Buddy.
While Dan and Tony head down the coast to burn some time, we'll head to break. Coming up, we'll get back to tournament coverage from Georgetown, South Carolina. And later, we'll head down to Venice, Louisiana for a preview of the upcoming IFA Redfish Tour Championship. Stay close.
We know if you found one crappie, you may have found 1,000. We know the joy of getting your boots back in the mud. We know the journey can be more rewarding than the destination. We know the great outdoors. We love the great outdoors. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Stop by today for huge savings on the gear you need and the brands you trust. Plus free 2-day shipping at basspro.com and cabela's.com.
At Ranger, our dedication to real quality and craftsmanship runs deep. You'll see the rewards in every saltwater model we build. From our commitment to constant research and innovation to the design and construction of our own components, we're focused on solid confidence and lasting peace of mind. The Ranger Saltwater Series. It's a legacy of leadership engineered for optimum performance while consistently reinforcing the ultimate ownership experience. Learn more at rangerboats.com.
This segment of the IFA Redfish Tour is presented to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. By Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Mercury Outboards, go boldly. Welcome back to Georgetown, South Carolina, and the final stop in the Atlantic Division of the IFA Redfish Tour. While the Gulf states get most of the credit for inshore opportunities, the South Carolina coast, with its excellent fishing and amenities, has become one of the favorite stops on the tour.
This is the best venue. It rivals the championship we're going to have in Louisiana.
Local Chamber of Commerce do a real good job, taking care of everybody, great ramp. But like I said, usually the IFA ties in with good folks wherever we're fishing.
Getting back into tournament coverage, we're on board with Tony Gaskin and Dan Connolly. They've got a backwater spot holding fish, but to get there, they have to navigate a narrow cut. And at low tide, there's not enough water to get past those breakers.
But so low right now.
Yeah, ain't but 4 foot. I got to get on back out here, right here.
With the utmost confidence in their spot, they opt to wait it out.
Well, we're just hanging out. Realistically, if we hadn't have made this run, we wouldn't have really had anything that we wanted to fish. So we're just trying to kill enough time. The tide is dead low when we left, so it's coming in now. Hopefully, we're gonna give it 45 minutes to an hour, and then we're gonna go back and see if we can find our line to get inside our inlet to get to our fishing holes. We've waited, what, almost an hour now, just kind of hanging out. So we're gonna ease back over and at least set up outside the breakers like we are here and kind of see if we can see the cut, and hopefully we can get in where we're going to fish.
How important is it to get over there, Dan? It's a make or break situation.
Yeah.
We're all in on this.
It ain't here, brother.
Just keep going out here for a minute. I think it's on this far side. Well, it don't look great either.
No.
But you can see, look at it right through there right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to run up there and get stuck. You gonna try to ease up there where it's not breaking? Just see how deep. I see it. I could launch this thing in here, but if
you
it's
see
too...
what I'm saying right through here?
Yeah. Straight dead ahead, right?
Yeah.
All right, we at 5, 6 foot. 4, 5, 6.
Don't drift too far left. Back this way.
Yeah, I'm trying. Four, 8. $5 foot. This has got to be it. Dude, I'm just gonna ease. If it gets real gnarly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Huh?
I'm with you.
You know? 4, 5, 3.
Just stay out of that.
Come on.
What you got?
4, 6. I'll tell you what I got. I'm gonna have to go if we're going.
That's your call.
5, 5.
It's your call.
I don't like that at all. 3, 2.
No, don't do it.
1. Uh-oh.
Damn.
Hang on.
Uh-oh. Heads up. You gotta get turned around.
Hang on.
I'm good.
Huh?
I'm good. Ain't gonna happen, is it?
I don't see it. That's what I'm saying. You get in 5 foot and you launch this thing, then you get run out of water and this thing runs up on the bow.
We're done.
Two of them breakers you can call CETO.
Yeah, we're done.
I'm not going to take that chance.
No, I agree.
With this boat. That's just careless. So I think we need to go North Inlet or Mother Norton or something. I mean, I don't see us getting in there.
We got some good 3-foot roller swells in here breaking, and there's just not enough water for us to make it through the cut with that big of breakers coming in, and it's a little too dangerous for us to make another attempt. So
I'm not going to take the chance of putting this boat in that situation just to go fish. We're going to go back up the way a little bit and try to find some stuff that we fished earlier in the week, and hope we can, with the water coming up, hopefully we got enough water to get in there and get on something. But this is a tremendous opportunity that we're not going to be able to take a part of because we can't get in there. So it is what it is. We're fixing to put this thing in the wind and get somewhere.
If you'd like to catch up on past episodes of the IFA Redfish or Kayak Tour, head on over to Outdoor Action. You can find it online or on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and the iOS and Android apps. Coming up, we'll get back to Georgetown, and then we'll check in with our friends at Power Pole right here on the IFA Redfish Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
When you're in command of a boat with Mercury 400 horsepower Verados, you might start to feel like you're someone that fish should fear, that the water should respect, and that the world should acknowledge. Until you realize you are all those things. The new Mercury 400 horsepower Verado. Power, control, and speed in a lightweight package.
The new Spin Fisher 6, the strongest spin fisher in a line of legendary spinning reels. And our proprietary CNC gearing is precision cut from brass and aluminum to create a gear system that's smooth out of the box and durable over the lifetime of the reel. Sealed from top to bottom to improve IPX5 standards, the new Spin Fisher 6 can be sprayed and splashed from all directions and still won't allow water into the gearbox or drag system.
That reel did the job there.
I got my power pole down, stuck in the mud in the bottom of the lake, sitting so still in the wind and the waves, could even be a hurricane. I got my power pole down.
The IFA Redfish Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, is also brought to you in part by Power Pole's Shallow Water Anchor System, by Penn Reels, Let the Battle Begin, by Hobie Kayaks and the revolutionary Mirage Drive, and by Lucas Oil and Marine Products. Welcome back to Georgetown, South Carolina. We launched 60 boats this morning under tough summer conditions, and by day's end, barely half the field brought fish to the scales.
Today was a tough day. The wind was blowing, it was pretty hot out there, and fish weren't cooperating at all. I think we had a total of maybe 10 fish.
It was tough out there. We struggled, but we had a good day. It was hot.
It was nice this morning, then the wind kicked up.
Water got rough, water got dirty. Bite kind of turned off for us.
Checking in on the top of the leaderboard, Clay and Mark Galla weighed 2 for $7.85 in third place, earning them $2,317.
We're actually new to this. We haven't fished an IFA tournament. Have you ever fished?
I fished one probably 10 years ago, right here, but it's been a long time ago.
And I think this is my third. I fished in May, and I fished one probably 15 years ago. So we're kind of new to the sport, but it's fun. We probably can do some more.
Hank Edwards and Ian Matthews locked up second with $7.93. They'll take home $3,522.
We feel good about it. It was a tough day to begin with, though. We struggled. We had a lot of mishaps. It was kind of if there had been a camera there, it would have been a comedy show. But ended out okay.
Coming out on top, Rob Beglin and Eric Gobbett sacked up 2 for $8.03 and the win.
Pretty excited. Like I said, it's been 14 years coming. We've had a lot of fourth place finishes with the IFA. We've been begging for a plaque and finally got the one we were looking for.
For their efforts, Rob and Eric will take home a Ranger Mercury prize package worth $29,000. Here's a look at the rest of the top 10 on the Bass Pro Shops leaderboard. The IFA is proud to be affiliated with the biggest names in the industry. We've been a proving ground for a whole host of inshore products, like Power Pole, launched by an IFA angler, and now celebrating 20 years in the industry.
I'm Brian Watts from Power Pole. Glad to be here, glad to be affiliated with these guys. We just turned our 20th year anniversary with Power Pole. 20 years. We're glad to be affiliated with the IFA. This was our first big venue promoting the Power Pole. John Oliverio loved the IFA. Greg and I fished it for many years. A great venue, and just think, it's still going. 20 years of the IFA and Power Pole.
So 20 years of Power Pole, and where it started, here's the very first one. We talked about the Lego. That's where it started. John had the vision to stop his boat, and with the Power Pole that you have now came from this Lego. This being one of the first 50 to ever come out of production. You can see it. It's not much different than the blade now, but it's sleeker. You talk about innovation. They take it way down and sleek it, innovate it, and make it better, and they keep making products better. The Watts brothers, great friends of mine, the best red fishermen I've ever known, and they were world champions time and time again. They were the first ones to ever put one on their boat, besides John. So when the Watts brothers put one on their boat, they had the respect from all the other anglers because they would beat them every time because they had power poles. So then people had to have them. You see the first power pole team, which is right here. As you noticed, it's all saltwater. There was not a power pole on a freshwater boat then. And as you progress forward into the Bassmaster Classic, we were fortunate enough to win it in 2012. Then you come out with the drift paddles. It's innovation to make things better, to help you fish an easier, and for your day to be easier on the water. And then of course the micro for, kayak fishing became big. Paddleboard fishing became really big. So they came out with the micro. Just anything to do to help you, give you total boat control. So when you're on the water, it's easier for you. The 20 years of power pole, 48 anglers out of all 55 fished in the Bassmaster Classic had power poles because they knew that they were at a disadvantage if they did not have them on their boat.
If you'd like to learn more about PowerPole's shallow water anchor system for your boat or kayak, look them up at powerpole.com. When you're ready, check out at basspro.com. Coming up, we'll head to Venice, Louisiana for a preview of the 2019 IFA Redfish Tour Championship.
Hobie's Mirage Drive kayaks set the standard for fun on the water. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventure, Hobie's got a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for efficient and powerful propulsion and enhances your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride.
Lucas Oil Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but will provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products. Lucas Oil, it works.
The IFA Redfish Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, is also brought to you in part by Navionics, your sixth sense on the water, Berkeley Gull Saltwater, Fishing Evolved, and by Atlas Hydraulic Jack Plates. Venice, Louisiana, launching point for some of the best inshore fishing in the world, and the host site for the 2019 IFA Redfish Tour Championship.
We're at Venice, Louisiana. We're here for a championship this weekend. Guys been looking forward to it all year long. Qualified from several different divisions. Got 5 divisions here, so they're all vying this weekend for the, of course, the Angler of the Year, overall Angler of the Year, Team of the Year, and then also the divisional points are going to be decided this weekend. Plus, the champion will win the boat.
Not just one, but there's 2 boats up for grabs this weekend, all part of the $111,000 purse. We've got 115 teams qualified. They'll fish for 2 days and then head back to Venice Marina, where we'll crown the champions. The big story this weekend is the weather.
We've been down here. It's been some great conditions. We've been sitting on some fish for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden the weather decides to throw a curveball at us, which is kind of typical tournament fishing.
We're on some decent fish. However, with this east wind that's probably going to be blowing somewhere around 20 to 30 miles an hour, and it's supposed to be raining 100% all day. So we're just going to hunker down and hopefully power pole down, stay in one spot, cork it, and if we can, drift some banks and try and throw on some fish that hopefully are going to be cruising along the bank. But other than that, it's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Heading to Venice Marina for the Day 1 launch, all eyes are on the sky. The National Weather Service has issued a warning, but the storm is well south and moving east.
I think we may have caught a break this morning in the weather. It looks like it's going to hold off a little bit before the weather really deteriorates. But we practice for it. We practice for bad weather, practice for rain, cloudy water, can't see. So, you know, we feel like we're prepared, but you never know till you get out there and you start making your cast and you're looking around. And hopefully our plan that we worked on will pay off.
With the brunt of the system offshore, the big concern is the storm surge. High winds are pushing water inland, and that could complicate things.
You know, everybody thinks it's the river coming. The river is coming up a little bit, but it's only at like 7.5. That's not going to put the water up. This is strictly from the wind. You know, we get a bunch of east and southeast wind like we've been getting. It's going to just drive this water up. It's all a combination of everything, you know. Consistent east wind's going to drive the water up. Our high tides are higher than normal right now anyway, this time of year. And in combination, you know, we got a little less marsh every day. It just drives the water up, so it's going to keep blowing. You'll probably see the water into the weigh station the rest of this weekend. So it's really going to make it tough, so we'll see how it goes.
When you launch from Venice, it's easy to see why this area is so vulnerable. With little protection from the Gulf, the marshlands get washed away with each storm. Even so, these brackish waters south of New Orleans hold one of the biggest inshore concentrations of redfish in the world.
Venice, Louisiana is a great location. You're always going to find some good quality fish. You're going to look for some big weights. Like I said, everything was peaking at the right time. Storm's going to throw you a little curveball, but the fish are there.
The fish are there. It's literally one of the most prolific fisheries in the world, and that's why the IFA Redfish Tour Championship keeps on coming back.
The IFA Championship is really the Super Bowl of fishing. That's what it is. You can just say it. That's all it is. It's the World Championship of red fishing. And for us, last year we finished 8th. And, you know, we're really hoping that the stars align for us and give us a chance to come at least have another top 10 finish and possibly a top 5 finish.
The IFA Redfish Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, is the largest and most prestigious inshore tournament series in the country. And we're gearing up for a brand new season. We've got 5 divisions with 2 stops each. There's also an associated kayak event at each stop. For more information or for tournament registration, head on over to ifatours.com. Join us next week for full coverage of the IFA Redfish Tour Championship from Venice, Louisiana. The IFA Redfish Tour presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's is a joint venture between Outdoor Teamworks and Carico TV. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.